Lori and I get up about 6:30 in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, head out to the barn, walk through my birds, make sure everybody's healthy and happy over there. My name's Rob Martins. I'm a chicken farmer from Chilliwack, British Columbia.
My name is James Gunther, and I'm part of Jake's Poultry Farm. I love creating a perfect environment for my animals.
I'm a second-generation farmer, and I've taken over this farm from my father.
I'm Jack Van Drager. I enjoy getting up in the morning and going to the barn. And one of the first barns I go to is this barn and see how these guys are doing.
BC's 132 registered egg farmers raise almost 2.4 million hens each year, which in turn produce over 60 million dozen eggs. As consumers, we rely on a stable, wholesome, and safe supply of eggs at a reasonable price.
Egg production is very important. Abbotsford is a leading egg producer in the province of British Columbia. The eggs they produce are top-notch. The consumers are very well served by the egg production that comes out of the city of Abbotsford.
I have the privilege of going around to a lot of different farms, and I don't think I've ever met a producer yet that does not care about the well-being of their hens. Farmers like animals. That's what we do. We're farmers. We care for our animals.
I consume those eggs every day, so I want to make sure for my own family, I have a young family, that those eggs are safe to consume.
There's basically 3 ways of housing chickens. The number one and most popular way in British Columbia is a caged facility. The birds are housed in cages in an enclosed barn. Then there's the free run systems. The birds are in a house, but they're able to run loose. And then there is the free range, which birds are kept housed for the evening, but in the morning the doors are opened and then they're allowed to walk out onto the range.
Here in British Columbia, 89% of all laying hens are raised in a conventional cage system, while the remaining 11% are raised in various flock management systems.
There's 2 things I believe that are very important to us as farmers and to consumers, and they are food safety and animal care. Our desire and our goal every day is to make sure that those birds are healthy and that they are very well cared for.
I wouldn't be in this if it wasn't for the love we have for these animals. You can't help but love what you're doing and see the results.
I think it's in everyone's interest that the industry be efficient. In that respect, I think all operators that I've been familiar with make every effort to minimize disease issues, maximize the quality of the eggs that are being produced, and they're very proud of what they produce. I think the quality of Canadian-produced eggs and egg products is first rate.
Regardless of the housing and feed practices, egg farmers are required to follow national on-farm food safety and animal care standards, and they adhere to the recommended code of practice.
This is computerization that takes care of everything to keep a bird comfortable, and it creates literally the perfect environment for birds.
I had the opportunity to visit one of the largest producers of free-range eggs. The birds voluntarily choose to spend the majority of their time in the controlled environment, and at any given time only a minority of birds would actually be in the free-range situation.
Some of the challenges that we have with free-range farming versus a cage is obviously our birds are loose housed. So with that, we have to be careful to give our birds extra care and watch out for things like hen aggression.
When you go to a large free-range, free-run system, you have dominant hens, less dominant, and there's a huge middle, and they fight and battle, and they want to be top dog. In the cage environment, they're in a group of 4 to 7 birds. The hierarchy gets set up very quickly, and there's no way that the pecking gets to that scale.
In order to have a sustainable egg production industry, we need to balance the welfare of chickens with the economics of producing affordable food and bird health and food safety concerns. It is important that our food supply remains safe, that chickens and other farm animals are treated in a humane way, and that consumers continue to have affordable food and continue to have choice.
Today, consumers are very fortunate. They can buy free range, organic, free run, classic cage white eggs, but they need to know when they're buying eggs, the birds have been raised under the strictest animal care, and they're getting a safe, healthy, nutritious product that they can serve to their family.
We have to give the consumer a choice, and that's what we're doing.